guys? Train back at you today with another video. Today I've got another video in a segment that I forgot I've done, and it's basically underrated archetypes, where we take an archetype, and go over all the monsters, spells, and traps that they have to offer, as well as future support coming out, and talk about their power and how I think they're going to be an underdog. I've done one on Mech Knights and before Flames of Destruction, and as well as Troy Mares. But today we're going to be talking about the Altergeist archetype. So this is going to be a little bit longer video. Grab some food, maybe some coffee, whatever you need, and jump on the train. Altergeists are an archetype from Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains, piloted by Emma Besso. I think that's how you say her. Otherwise known as Ghost Girl. Altergeists are spellcaster type monsters with different attributes, ranging from level 1 to level 5, as well as a few links. They're basically a trap-based deck, ranging from bouncing effects to dodging to negation and searching, stuff like that. All of their effects are pretty long, so I'm basically just going to go over summaries of what they do and stop rambling on. So let's get to the reason why you're here. First up are the monsters. We've got Altergeist Miluseek. Miluseek is it can attack your opponent directly, and when she inflicts damage to your opponent, you can target a card your opponent controls and destroy it. So you can use that effect to basically poke your opponent very slowly if you're able to keep her out long enough. Excuse me. But whenever she's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add another Altergeist monster from your deck to your hand. So she's recyclable, and she's also your level 1, so you've got a 1-for-1 target and a Link Rebo target, so it's definitely a 3 of, in my opinion. Number 2 on the list, we've got Altergeist Circutus. Circutus has an effect that allows you to basically return an Altergeist card you have and target a card your opponent controls and send them back to the hand. So she's another removal monster, but she can't target herself, so you have to be careful on which you're okay with returning to your hand on your side of the field. She's also got a recycling effect as well, where she's whenever she's sent to the graveyard from the field, you can add an Altergeist trap from your graveyard to your hand. So she's also helpful at removal and recycling of traps, good at 1 or 2 basically. Next up is Altergeist Marionetter. Marionetter is your level 4, and she allows you to set up an Altergeist trap from your deck upon normal summon, so she'll help start off your combos or extend what you already have on the field. She's also a monster reborn, kind of. So you can target an Altergeist monster you control and one in the graveyard and basically swap them out. One of the most important Altergeist cards, in my opinion. She's definitely a 3 of, no questions asked. I wouldn't run any less. The 4th Altergeist monster is Altergeist Conquery. Conquery is your level 5 and basically your Altergeist hand trap. Whenever your opponent declares an attack and you have an Altergeist card on the field, you can summon this card from your hand, negate the attack, and then as a bonus effect, you can negate the effect of a monster your opponent controls as long as Conquery is on the field. So she's got 2400 defense. It's a little bit of a defensive card. In this day and age, she's pretty easy to get over defensive wise. But she's not too important. I've been running it at 1, sometimes 2. So there's more monsters coming out in the next set. But I'm going to go through the traps and the extra deck list. So onto the traps. First up is Altergeist Protocol. Protocol is your most important trap in this deck. It basically stops your opponent from negating any of your Altergeist cards, and it also got the effect of being able to negate and destroy one of your opponent's monster effects by sending another Altergeist card you control to the grave. But downside, it's only once per turn, so careful what you choose to negate, just like your Solemn Strikes and any of your Solemn Brigade cards, pretty much. It's also definitely a 3 of, just like Marionetter. Very another important, trap card of the deck is Materialization. It's basically a Call of the Haunted for Altergeists. Summoning an Altergeist monster from the graveyard in attack position, and if either card is destroyed, so is the other. You can also banish this from the grave to add an Altergeist trap from the graveyard to your hand. So it's another recycling card. I've been playing around with 2. I've also seen people play with 3. So yeah. Altergeist Camouflage is up next. Camouflage is basically an equip trap card. It's not a continue, it's just a trap card that says equip this to a monster. Equipping it to an Altergeist monster allows that monster to be untargetable for attacks, though your opponent can swing over it if it's the only Altergeist you control and attack you directly. It negates any monster effect that targets that monster, and you can banish it from the graveyard to stop one of your Altergeist cards from being destroyed by battle or card effects. So you could equip this to, say, Miluseek and have it unable to be targeted, and poke for 500 points every turn. You know, it's not the fastest way to win. It's definitely not a win condition by any means, but it's helpful to just whittle down your opponent's life points. It's a 1 to 2 of in the deck. Just like I said about a lot of the other cards I'm playing with different numbers still. Last of the traps is Personal Spoofing. It doesn't have Altergeist in the name, but it's definitely for them. You can shuffle any Altergeist card you control or from your hand into the deck and add another Altergeist monster from your deck. So it helps you find the monsters that you need if you don't have them, or get rid of cards that could be destroyed. Not that good in my opinion. I just run one, but it might be helpful at two. I'd rather see other cards than this, to be honest. You know, again, there's going to be more traps coming out, but I'll get to them. So we're going to go into the extra deck. They're all Link monsters, so I should have said Link monsters. First one is Altergeist Prime Banshee. Prime Banshee is a Link 3 with arrows pointing down, bottom, right, and to the right. She has a quick effect during the main phase, and I think that's either turn. Where you contribute one of your Altergeist monsters to special summon another one from your deck to a zone she points to. And she's also got another recycling effect, just like a lot of the other Altergeist cards. So if she's sent from the field to the grave, you can add an Altergeist card from your graveyard to your hand. So she helps you bring out any monster you need to extend combos, or bring out some Link fodder, or just really any monster you need that'll help you with some plays. Next up is the most recent Link monster to come out in Extreme Force, Altergeist Hextia. She's a Link 2 with arrows pointing down and to the right. She gains the attack of any Altergeist monster she points to, so, you know, she can get pretty fucking beefy if you can get a few out. She's got a quick effect that allows you to negate a spell or trap by attributing an Altergeist monster she points to. And if she leaves the field, you can add an Altergeist card from your deck to your hand. So you've got Prime Banshee that adds from grave to hand, and Hextia adds from deck to hand. So that's all we've got that's come out so far. But we're getting a few more cards for them in Flames of Destruction next month, and these ones I will have to read the full effect for, and also post up some text for you to read along with. So starting off with Altergeist Pixiel, I don't know how to say that word. It's a level 1 wind spellcaster effect monster with 100 attack and 100 defense with effect reading. You contribute this card, excavate the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 excavated Altergeist card to your hand, also send the remaining cards to the graveyard. You can only use the effect of Altergeist Pixiel once per turn. So it's a Curry Bandit in my opinion, except for you're looking for any Altergeist card, not just like a spell or trap. I think Curry Bandit does. It's alright, but personally I'd rather run any other fucking draw power. I'm not going to use it when it comes out, but it's also another 1-for-1 in Karibo target, so I don't know how good that could be. Next up is Altergeist Multifaker, a level 3 dark spellcaster effect monster with 1200 attack and 800 defense with effect reading. Gotta take a breath. If you activate a trap card, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summoned, you can special summon 1 Altergeist monster from your deck in defense position, except Multifaker. You cannot special summon monsters the turn that you activate this effect, except Altergeist monsters. So you can only use each effect of Multifaker once per turn. So this is the card that's going to set the deck over the top, in my opinion, make this deck something competitive. Altergeists are trap-based deck, of course, as you can tell, that we've been over fucking 9 of them. No, just kidding. We've been over like 4. So this is basically a free summon as long as she's in your hand, and if she's summoned, you can special summon another one from the deck. Yeah, it stops you from special summoning anything else, but you can also get those powerful Link monsters. Are you really going to use a trap on your turn? It's situational, but I mean, activating an effect on your opponent's turn, you can get a couple more defensive cards, or you can make them survive for the next turn and bring out those link monsters. You know, that's pretty fucking insane to me. You could bring out Conqueri, negate an opponent's effect. You can bring out Miluseek and poke for some damage. You know, you can do a lot with Multi-Faker. She's going to be very, very helpful. Definitely going to be another one of the 3-0s for the deck. I don't know why you wouldn't want free summons, especially 2 of them. So moving on from that, Flames of Destruction is also giving us another Altergeist trap card, and that is Altergeist Emulef. I think that's how you say it. Emulef is a continuous trap card with effect reading. Special summon this card as an effect monster. Spellcaster Light level 4, attack 1400, defense 1800. This card is also a trap. So if this is summoned, if summoned this way, all their Altergeist traps you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, neither player can target them with card effects. So it's a trap monster, but the effect is fucking amazing as opposed to all your other trap monsters. Basically protecting your other Altergeist traps from being destroyed in any way. So it's going to be easy to get over since it's only got 1400, 1800, but theoretically you could activate Camouflage. Your opponent couldn't target this for any attacks or effects since the effects would be negated. And your opponent can destroy any of your Altergeist back row whatsoever. You know, it can't destroy this. They can't destroy any of your other ones since you can't target with this effect. You know, this is the other card that's coming out that will help Altergeist a lot and give them the push that they need. You know, I might run this at 3, but right now it's in my mind for 2 when it comes out. I'm still going to play around with it. I've been playing around with them a lot. So the last card I'm going to talk about is a Link monster, Altergeist Kidolga. A dark spellcaster Link 2 monster with arrows pointing down and to the left with 1000 attack and effect reading. When your other Altergeist monster inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can you can target one monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it to your zone this card points to, but it cannot attack except during the turn this card declared an attack. If this card is destroyed by battle, you can target one Altergeist card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So Kidolga, you know, it's basically a monster reborn that you can get anything out of your opponent's grave. And if this attacks, you can also attack with that monster. You know, it's not the easiest way to get that extra damage since it's only 1000 attack, but you know, you could say it can be used after a board clear like a Raigeki, or you destroyed all their other monsters by battle. You could push for that extra damage, as you know, possibly even get the game-winning attack if you get something on the board powerful enough. You know, she's also got the same effect as Prime Banshee, being able to recycle an Archetypes card from your graveyard to your hand. So I mean, you know, that's the Altergeist basically. It's one of my favorite decks I've been toying around with and building these past few months. You know, I haven't done anything real serious with them. I've been playing other decks at locals to try and get some tops. I really can't wait for Flames of Extraction. Flames of Extraction? Fucking kill me. Flames of Destruction to get these cards that they need. And I believe, you know, once we do, you'll see this deck perform at events, and it'll probably make it into a top 32 somewhere. You know, this deck's going to be some crazy shit. Go look at the OCG. They're doing something over there. You know, they've got Altergeist. They've got all of the cards that they need. They're taking top 8 spots through their events. You know, 3 of 3 decks I've seen take, you know, first place, and a couple of lists I was looking at. You know, if that doesn't say something, then I don't know what will. So, I mean, keep your eye on the Altergeist. You know, watch out because, you know, this deck is going to creep up on you. But I want to know what you guys think about Altergeist. You guys let me know what you think. Do you think they're underrated like I think so? Did you give this, like, do you have any ideas of playing them, like picking them up and building them your way, or do you think they're going to be competitive post Flames of Destruction? You know, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, y'all, but this is where the train ends with me, your host, Kill Train. If you made it this far, I thank of you. If you could go ahead and show me some support, that'd be fucking fantastic. I would appreciate all of it. Thumbs up if you liked the video, comment any opinions or ideas you have for me. Consider hitting that sub button for me for more weekly content that I keep intending to put out about our beloved pieces of expensive cardboard. That'll be it for me. I'll catch you guys next time.